wonderful crowd, and I especially want to thank all the teachers and the principals for supporting their students, and of course, last but not least, all of you students who took the time and made the effort to write essays. You have made the last couple weeks such a joy as I read each and every one of them. You can see next to your essays, both myself and people on our evaluation committee pulled quotes from each of your essays to highlight some of the things that we thought were especially meaningful, or to just kind of encapsulate quickly for people so that they could get a sense of the great things that you had to say. I just want to do a quick advertisement for the Homework Center program. We provide free tutoring for all students in Framingham, kindergarten through 12th grade, free SAT tutoring, free subject test tutoring. We have over 50 tutors who are proficient in all subjects taught in the Framingham schools. We're here Monday through Thursday, 2:30 till 5:30, and by appointment in the evening and on weekends, and we would love to help you and get to know all of you more. So please don't hesitate. Everybody who wrote an essay is going to get a gift bag, and in the gift bag is a Homework Center brochure that has my name and email contact. So we would love to see you here at the Homework Center. I also run the Homework Center with the help of a student advisory board made up of middle and high school students from the Framingham schools and some surrounding towns. We meet on a monthly basis to plan events like the essay event and other academic enrichment programs like the Spelling Bee, the Fashion Show, March Math Madness, which is coming up with State Rep Jack Lewis. I think he's here somewhere. He's our math master of ceremonies. Let me know if you're ever interested in getting involved. We would love to have you. We're changing our essay contest in terms of the way we award prizes a little bit this year. I had a wonderful suggestion from one of the teachers at the schools who teaches at Fuller. She teaches a lot of students who speak Portuguese, and she's made a great suggestion that we really should consider awarding prizes to the students who submit in Portuguese, Spanish, and English, because it's who we are. And I thought that that was such a wonderful idea. We're doing it, and we're doing it this year. So we didn't get any essays in Spanish, but we'll make that announcement for the next contest. But we did get a number of amazing essays in Portuguese, and so we are picking a winner today who submitted in Portuguese, and a winner who submitted in English, and then a high school winner also. So now I will stop now, and here's Mayor Spicer.
Thank you, Judy. First of all, I am in awe of our young people. Can we give them all a round of applause? And all of the moms and dads that are in the room and smiling with such pride, and you should be proud of your babies. I also went around and looked at some of the essays, and one of the neat things is that I will get a chance to read them all, because Judy has always been so gracious, and she makes a binder, so I get a chance to read them all. But some of the snippets that I was able to pick up, I got some good ideas that we need to focus on in our city, so I'm going to work closely with our city council to see some of those that we can kind of fix in Framingham, such as transportation, looking at some of the things, safe bike lanes, housing, making sure that we have more affordable housing. So, these are some amazing ideas. And one thing you will often hear me say, I'm not building the city for me, I'm building the city for your children's children. And that's important to me, to make sure that your needs and your voices are heard in Framingham. So do stay involved. Now, if you live in District 9, I have a seat to the youth council available for someone that lives in District 9. So if you're interested, make sure you see me, and I'll get you in touch with the folks in my office to see if we can make that happen. Now, to get to where we have been coming together for this evening, and that is to award our winners and for the essay contest. Our first winning middle school author, submitted in Portuguese, is the 8th grade. At the 8th grade is Fuller Middle School, Giovanni de Silva. Now, Giovanna is going to come up and read her essay in Portuguese, but her teacher will come and translate in English. So, Giovanna, please come join us. Congratulations!
Thank you. Tornando Framingham uma cidade melhor. Sou imigrante recém-chegada em Framingham. Quando aqui cheguei, me encantei com essa cidade. Logo pude notar que essa cidade é indubitavelmente um excelente lugar para se viver, pois tem suas atrações turísticas, além de ser uma bela cidade. Mesmo como toda cidade, Framingham também precisa de melhorias. A minha primeira sugestão para a melhoria desse município é a implantação de transportes públicos. E outra ideia seria aumentar o número de detetização feita na cidade e também promover mais aulas de inglês gratuita, como segunda língua para a população imigrante. Em primeiro lugar, eu sugiro a implantação de transportes públicos. Essas implantações nos ajudaria bastante, principalmente os imigrantes recém-chegados, que não têm uma condição financeira estável para comprar um automóvel. Para essas pessoas, esse tipo de serviço seria extremamente útil. Por exemplo, elas teriam menos dificuldades para ir ao mercado ou para sair para resolver algum problema. Sem um meio de transporte, é muito complicado para essas pessoas se locomoverem na cidade. Além disso, o número de insetos em muitos condomínios e em muitas casas, ou até em ruas, só está aumentando. Em virtude desse acontecimento, o número de detetização também deveria aumentar. Assim sendo, esse problema é um risco para a população e é também um caso de saúde pública. Os insetos que mais estão a aparecer são os ratos, as baratas e os percevejos. É do conhecimento de todos que os ratos podem transmitir muitas doenças e os percevejos são extremamente contagiosos. Essa deve ser uma questão importante, pois a preocupação pública de toda a cidade de Framingham. E também outra ideia para melhorar Framingham seria expandir o programa de inglês como segunda língua, seja para crianças, jovens adultos ou até mesmo idosos. Muitos imigrantes, ao chegar nesse país, têm o conhecimento básico do inglês. E para se comunicar, eles precisam de saber o básico. Em outras palavras, se não souberem nada da língua do país no qual se residem, acabam ficando isolados. É importante salientar que investir na educação de imigrantes resultará na melhoria da qualidade de vida da população, em vez que quanto mais as pessoas adquirem conhecimento, mais acesso eles terão ao que Framingham tem a oferecer. Com certeza, existem muitas ideias para Framingham se tornar uma cidade ainda melhor. Como discuti acima, algumas dessas ideias podem incluir a implantação do transporte público, mais investimento na detetização feita pela cidade, se faz necessário, e, além do mais, a expansão de mais oportunidades de aula de inglês para a população de imigrantes. Essas ideias são importantes para mim porque vim para este país para poder adquirir mais conhecimento, crescer e me tornar uma cidadã produtiva. E vejo em Framingham a oportunidade de tornar meu sonho uma realidade.
Now I'm going to read her essay in English. Making Framingham a better city. I am a newly arrived immigrant in Framingham. When I arrived here, I was enchanted by this city. I soon noticed that this city is undoubtedly an excellent place to live, as it has many tourist attractions in addition to being a beautiful city. But like any city, Framingham also needs improvement. My first suggestion for the improvement of this municipality is the implementation of public transportation. Another idea would be to increase the number of pest control carried out, and also to promote more free English as a second language class for the immigrant population. First, I suggest the expansion of public transportation. This would help a lot, especially for newly arrived immigrants who do not have a stable enough financial condition to buy a car. For these people, this type of transportation would be quite useful. For example, they would have less difficulty going to the market or going out to solve a problem. Without a means of transportation, it's quite difficult for these people to move around the city. In addition, the number of insects in many condominiums, apartments, houses, and even on the streets is only increasing. Due to these events, the number of pest control should be increased. This problem is a risk to the population, and it's also a case of public health. The most frequent insects are rats, cockroaches, and bed bugs. It's well known that rats can carry many diseases, and bed bugs are incredibly contagious. This should be a major issue as it is a public concern for the entire city of Framingham. Another idea to improve Framingham would be to expand the English as a second language for program whether for children, youth, adults, or even the elderly. Many immigrants arriving in this country do not have basic knowledge of English, and to communicate in English, they need to know at least the basics. In other words, if they do not know anything about the language of the country in which they reside, they end up being isolated. It is important to note that investing in immigrant education will result in improving the residents' quality of life, since the more they acquire knowledge, the more access people will have to what Framingham has to offer. There are certainly many ideas for Framingham to become an even better city. As I discussed above, some of these ideas can include the expansion of public transportation. More investment in pest control by the city is necessary, and moreover, the expansion of more opportunity for English class for the immigrant population. These ideas are important to me because I came to this country to be able to improve my education, grow, and become a productive citizen and a contributing member of society. And I see in Framingham the opportunity to make my dream a reality.
Don't go away too fast. Come back. Giovanni, that's for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Wow. As I say, out of the mouths of babes, we get wisdom. We get ideas, and we also get some help. And Giovanna, we're going to work with some of those challenges that you talked about, and we'll learn where they are. And certainly we have a health department that works on those things, and inspectional services that take care of some of those issues of making sure that you are not living with pests in your home. And if there is a challenge, we need to make it known to the city so we can make sure we're doing our appropriate action to alleviate that problem. I also wanted to clarify District 9 because, it was pointed out to me, maybe some people don't know where District 9 is. Pelham Apartments, if that whole area of Pelham, that's District 9. Off of Irving Street, that's District 9 too. Anywhere off of Irving, Arlington, Irving, Gordon Street. I know my neighborhood. See, I used to live on Eames Street, so I know that's District 9. Okay, so if you live in that area, or if you're interested and you just say, I don't care, I don't live over there, but I want to be involved, let me know also too. All right, so time to move to our next winner. Our winning middle school author submitting in English is also an 8th grader at Fuller Middle School, Maripaz Ramos. Yay, Maripaz! I'm excited. Yeah, congratulations. Okay, so we're gonna, I think this is yours. Yes, this is yours. Okay, is this your other page? Perfect. Okay, let's see, can you reach? Okay.
Have you ever seen anyone walking around the streets of Framingham begging for money? One rainy fall day when I was in the car with my mom, I saw a woman wearing a hoodie and the bottom of her pants were torn, and she was holding a sign with the words, "Hungry, homeless, God bless." Seeing her made me feel heartbroken. My vision for the city of Framingham is that we can help homeless people because this is not acceptable. I would like to raise public awareness to help all people who have no homes or money to take care of themselves. There are so many reasons why people become homeless, like lack of housing, low income, violence, and health problems. This is important to me because after I was born, I was living out in the streets until one of my dad's family members adopted me in the Philippines. Then 4 years later, I was able to move to America with my adopted mother and father. After seeing this homeless person, it felt like I was in the past. Imagine myself when my biological parents, who were very poor, were holding me before I was even adopted. For this reason, my first idea is to educate people about homelessness so we can change the perspective. A lot of people agree that there should be no homelessness, but what makes people complain? Is it because of their appearance or their behavior? Let's look for some more ways that we could work in Framingham by getting churches, volunteers, service providers, merchants, restaurants, schools, parks, and recreation department, the libraries, and other institutions involved to develop relationships with homeless individuals. For my second idea, I was thinking about all of the many community events such as parades and outdoor concerts in Framingham. During these celebrations, we can build relationship and partnership. The city of Framingham can send homeless shelters invitation so that people can come to these public events. With the events that are happening, people realize that there are homeless people and they can make donations for people in need. Equally important, greeting each other, playing games, listening to music, and having fun at these public events for people of all ages. Will get to know homeless people. In order to make this happen, we need to assess the needs of the Framingham community and partner with the mayor and city council. Finally, my last idea is building houses and apartments. This process may take a long time. The organization Habitat of Humanity partners with families who need homes with volunteers to help build stable and affordable houses. My vision of raising public awareness, building relationships, and donation is important to the city because it will help the homeless people in our community feel like there is hope of surviving when they finally find a place to call home. So these are my 3 ideas of how we can help end homelessness if we work together and act like a community.
I'm gonna hire you. Congratulations, Angel. Oh, you are so welcome. That's why I do this job, because it's leaders like that are going to change this world. I'm confident. I am so confident that the next generation is going to really make a difference in this country. And I'm counting on all of you. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so made Spicer cry for the day. She done lost one page, I don't know. Okay. Whew, okay, here we go. Last but not least, our winning high school author is a junior at Framingham High School, Mackenzie Antonucci. Mackenzie, come on up. And if I start crying again, it's your fault.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Angel.
Thank you so much. Okay. My essay is called A Better Framingham. With the recent transition from town to city, Framingham has undergone many changes in the past few years. As a community, Framingham citizens often gather despite our diverse cultures and languages and come together as one. An idea I would like to see implemented in Framingham would be the formations of more community event centers. Although we do have our own 2 libraries that host many good events and connecting events, it would be a really good idea to construct more places for people to enjoy events, activities, and food together. Many adults that live in Framingham work in other cities and towns and often do not have the chance to make in Framingham friends. The same is true for students. With over 6 elementary schools, more than 4 middle schools, and over 3 nearby high schools, students who live in Framingham have limited opportunities to meet and befriend students from other schools. The formation of more community activity centers would result in more bonds that will connect the city of Framingham and encourage its residents to branch out and aspire to make new friendships. Another idea I have to improve our city would be to host clothing exchange programs. Many towns and cities have already adopted this idea of compiling their used clothing and exchanging them for something new. In order to make this happen, people would have to bring in their gently used or new unwanted clothing in exchange for a ticket that would allow them to shop for as many items as they brought in. This would dramatically cut back the amount of waste in Framingham. It would provide an effective way of making sure that people have the clothes that they need with little to no cost. All the leftover clothing could be donated or given to animal shelters to keep them warm in the wintertime. Lastly, I believe that Framingham should set up a program that pairs teens and young adults with elderly citizens who live in resident homes and don't have much family alive to visit them. Many older people end up with little to no family and friends alive when they're moved to a retirement home. This results in loneliness and the feeling of unworthiness. This is not how any person should have to feel. Everyone deserves companionship, and I believe that by matching up young adults and teens with these older people, it would create an amazing bond and immensely improve the lives of both people. This would strengthen Framingham and bring a sense of togetherness even between two completely different age groups. All of these ideas would provide Framingham residents with a better sense of security and togetherness and will help all age groups get the care they need. Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank you so much.
Wow. Can they all get a round of applause? Are they amazing? Oh my goodness. I feel so honored to do this with Judy every year, and I'm grateful for all of you, for your ideas, your wisdom, your hopes for our city, because I too share some of the same hopes. You know, some of the basic things that should happen in our city, you know, people having a home, a sense of belonging, food to eat, enough of it, a meaningful way to get work and feel good about what they're doing. And that's something I strive for every day in the city as your mayor. I'm going to keep working at some of these things, and I'm going to need each and every one of you to help, because your ideas are amazing. Thinking about the people in our community, and on February 14th, I asked that our community, and our Girl Scouts did an excellent job talking about kindness and being kind to one another. And the thing that makes our city so special is our rich diversity that each person brings with them, their language, their culture, their beliefs, their values. And that's the thing that makes us special. And everyone has a cloth and something special to bring. And as we weave those pieces of cloth together, we make a beautiful quilt for the city of Framingham. And that's what I hope, and that's what I strive for. So more of that to come. Thank you for the gentle reminders, all of you that wrote essays. I thank you so much for that, and more to come.